Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep, literally, into one of the most mind-blowing archaeological discoveries of our time. Imagine a city, a massive, sprawling metropolis, found lying silently at the bottom of the ocean. Now, what if I told you this city is older than the Egyptian pyramids? Older than Stonehenge? Welcome to the story of the lost city in the Gulf of Qamhet. It all started back in 2001. A team from India's National Institute of Ocean Technology was doing a routine survey of the seabed, mapping pollution levels. They were using advanced sonar equipment, expecting to see mud, sand, and maybe a few shipwrecks. But what their screens started showing was anything but routine. They saw geometric shapes, straight lines, right angles features that just don't occur naturally on the ocean floor. It was a grid like the layout of a city, stretching for miles. Intrigued and a little baffled, they sent down dredges to collect samples from the site, which lies about 120 feet below the surface in the Gulf of Qamhet, off the coast of Gujarat, India. What they pulled up was astonishing. They found man-made artifacts, pottery shards, beads, sculptures, and even human bones and teeth. But the real bombshell came from the carbon dating results. A piece of wood recovered from the site was dated to be around 9,500 years old. Let that sink in. 9,500 years. That puts this city right at the end of the last ice age. To give you some perspective, the Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 4,500 years ago. Stonehenge is about 5,000 years old. This underwater discovery suggests a civilization that existed 5,000 years before these iconic ancient wonders. It completely rewrites what we thought we knew about the dawn of civilization. Before this, the earliest known cities, like those in Mesopotamia, were thought to have emerged around 6,000 years ago. The prevailing theory was that human civilization began after the Ice Age ended, when the climate stabilized and allowed for the development of agriculture and permanent settlements. But a 9,500-year-old city throws a giant wrench in that timeline. It means that sophisticated urban centers might have existed much, much earlier than we ever imagined. So, what did this city look like? The sonar images paint a picture of a massive settlement. It covers an area of roughly 5 miles long and 2 miles wide. The layout includes what appear to be large buildings, a citadel, a drainage system, and even a dam. Think about the level of engineering and social organization required to build something on this scale. This wasn't a small village of hunter-gatherers. This was a fully fledged city, with complex infrastructure, built by a people with advanced knowledge. One of the most fascinating aspects is the evidence of riverbeds found on the sonar scans. The geologists on the team believe that the city was originally built on the banks of a huge river, which has long since vanished. This aligns with ancient Indian texts, like the Mahabharata and the Puranas, which speak of a legendary river called the Sarasvati. That was once a lifeline for many ancient cities before it dried up. Could this underwater city be one of the fabled cities of the Sarasvati civilization mentioned in these old stories? The artifacts themselves tell a compelling story. The pottery is well crafted. The beads are intricately made. The human remains, when studied, could tell us so much about the people who lived there, their diet, their health, their origins. One human tooth was carbon dated and confirmed a 9,500-year-old timeline. This isn't just one anomalous piece of wood. It's a consistent pattern of evidence pointing to a truly ancient origin. Of course, a discovery this revolutionary has its skeptics. Some archaeologists argue that the artifacts could just be naturally shaped rocks, called geodes. They question whether the currents in the Gulf of Qamhet are too strong to have preserved a city for so long. They also point out that the initial discovery was made by oceanographers, not archaeologists, and that more rigorous archaeological investigation is needed. And they're right. The challenges are immense. The site is deep underwater, with powerful currents and murky visibility, making traditional excavation almost impossible. It's incredibly expensive and difficult to conduct research there. This is why, more than 2 decades after its discovery, the city of Qamhet remains largely a mystery. We have these tantalizing sonar images and a handful of artifacts, but a full-scale excavation has yet to happen. Think about the implications. If this city is fully verified, it would mean that a major chapter of human history has been submerged beneath the waves, completely lost to us. It makes you wonder, what else is down there. The end of the Ice Age saw global sea levels rise by over 300 feet as the massive ice sheets melted. Coastlines all over the world were flooded. How many other ancient settlements, perhaps even entire civilizations, were lost in that great flood? Ancient flood myths are a common thread in cultures all around the globe, from the story of Noah's Ark to the Epic of Gilgamesh. For a long time, these were considered just myths, but discoveries like the city in the Gulf of Kamhat give them a chilling sense of reality. Maybe these aren't just stories. Maybe they are the collective memory of a real cataclysmic event that reshaped the human world, swallowing cities whole. The site is also linked to the legendary city of Dwarka, the kingdom of Lord Krishna. According to the Mahabharata, Dwarka was a magnificent city that was submerged by the sea after Krishna's departure from the earth. For centuries, Dwarka was thought to be pure myth. Then, in the 20th century, ruins were discovered off the coast of the modern city of Dwarka, which many believe to be the legendary kingdom. While those ruins are much younger than the Kamhat site, it raises the possibility that the legend of Dwarka is a memory of an even older, greater city that was lost to the sea. The story of the Gulf of Kamhat discovery is a powerful reminder that history is not a closed book. It's a dynamic, ever-changing story, and there are still so many pages left to uncover. What we think we know today could be completely overturned by what we find tomorrow, hidden in the deepest oceans, or buried beneath the shifting sands. This discovery pushes the timeline of organized human society back by thousands of years. It suggests that our ancestors were far more advanced, far earlier than we give them credit for. They were building massive, complex cities at a time when we thought they were living in simple huts. It's a humbling thought, isn't it? That there could be an entire lost world. A mother culture that we are only now beginning to glimpse through the murky depths. What do you guys think? Is this the world's oldest city? The cradle of a lost civilization that predates all others? Or is it a collection of natural formations misinterpreted by sonar? The debate is still raging, and until further research is done, the city in the Gulf of Kamhat will remain one of history's greatest and most tantalizing enigmas. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe a 9,500-year-old city exists at the bottom of the Indian Ocean? What other lost cities or hidden histories do you find fascinating? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the past. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring.